guys, welcome back or welcome if you are new. My name is Shelby Marybeth. Today's video is going to be a declutter and organize of my master bathroom. You guys loved my master bedroom declutter and organize, as well as my daughter's room and all the other rooms in my house. So this video is going to be of our master bathroom. It's been a complete wreck in here, so I know you guys will love this video just as much as the other one. The very first thing I'm going to actually do is clean this bathroom really quick. It's not that dirty, so I didn't have to do very much, but I'm just going to put things back where I normally would at first, even though I'm going to be emptying everything out of these drawers. I just want to start with a clean slate, and it just makes it so much easier to focus. I have been feeling the strongest urge to nest, and as you can see in that bathroom window, it is still dark out. I woke up at like 5:30 this morning, got ready, and then started filming this video before my daughter even got up. She usually wakes up at 8, so I still had quite a while until she woke up. Normally, I would never have the energy to wake up this early. I didn't even set an alarm. I just woke up naturally and started organizing. Like, I just felt the urge. We have roughly 6 to 7 more weeks until this baby boy comes. I'm still waiting on a dresser for his nursery, otherwise I would be working on that right now rather than this bathroom. But it's on back order right now, so as soon as that comes in though, I will be organizing his nursery, and that will be in a future video as well. Let me know in the comments what area of your house you really need to deep clean, declutter, and organize, and I will cheer you on in your comment box until you get it done. To finish up cleaning in here, I'm just going to take the mats and put them through the wash, and then I'm going to sweep all the hair that's on the floor, because when I empty everything out of these cabinets, I'm going to be laying it out on the floor and organizing it into groups, and I just want it to be a clean floor when I'm putting everything on it. So I decided to work on my vanity first. My husband's is separate from mine. I started on mine first because it's a lot worse, although the closet in this bathroom is even worse than any of these cabinets, and I left that for last. I should have done it first because I like getting the worst area out of the way first. Otherwise you kind of dread it, whereas if you get it done first, then it just gives you that much more motivation to keep going. So I'm taking everything out of the cabinets and checking expiration dates. Products have expiration dates too. That one expired back in 2016. And I don't even know how it stayed in my cabinets, because I've decluttered and organized our bathroom about like a year ago. And I guess I just did not check the expiration dates as well as I did this time. And I still haven't used it. So as I'm taking everything out of these drawers, I'm also going through them and discarding everything that I do not need. So I'm putting things in a pile for trash. I'm putting things in each of their categories. So like I have one for hair and face, and I'll go through each of them once I'm done taking everything out. But this just makes it so much easier to organize everything back into the space. So I basically just switched drawers with my like straightening iron and hair dryer and everything. I put it in the bottom drawer because I really don't use them that often now that I have a toddler, and that is the only thing I left in the drawers because there were only like 3 items and I just wanted to get them out of the way. Everything out of these cabinets now. I still need to do my husband's side. I'll do that next. In this closet, we have all of our toothbrush, body sprays, face washes. This is all makeup. This is actually going to go into my closet. This is all stuff I wear or bring with me to work. And then like body lotions. And then all of this is hair supplies. So I'm moving on to my husband's vanity now, and as you can see, it is already pretty organized, and everything in this drawer is going to stay in this drawer. I will be reorganizing it in a little bit, but since his vanity is so much smaller than mine, I decided to keep it in that drawer until I organize it and then take everything else out. But there's really not too much in here. other than under this cabinet. My daughter likes to put random things when I'm getting ready. She kind of moves things around the bathroom. So we have everything cleaned out of my husband's drawers and cabinet here. So even though this is called a medicine cabinet, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be using it for our medicine anymore. We don't get sick that often, whereas my husband uses different things on a daily basis, and it's easier to grab them out of this cabinet than to maybe like get them out of this closet. So I'll probably end up putting all of our medicine and stuff inside this closet because I already have, and I'll be cleaning this out next, a ton of just medicine up here that was not able to fit inside our cabinet. So I'm gonna work on emptying this closet now. It is a hot mess. I couldn't get to anything in here. Everything was starting to pile on top of each other. You can see I already have some baskets in here from organizing it before. They're just not working. So I will be bringing you guys along with me to the store with Cecilia to show you how I pick out some baskets. But first step is just to take everything out, and as I'm taking it out, I'm continuing to just put everything into groups. Luckily, everything is kind of already in groups, so I mostly just needed to go through each of the groups and kind of weed out all those random other things and things that I thought I was going to end up using but just never did, and I know I will never get around to using again. So everything around our bathroom is now grouped into different categories. I'll share on the screen right now all the different categories that I have, and then I will be getting bins for each of these categories. So what I like to do is actually just take pictures. Like I lay out as much as I can. I'll have to lay this one out just a little bit more. This is our first aid, but I just lay it out, take pictures so I can see exactly what I have when I go to the store and get the bins for them. I also will bring my list of different categories, so I make sure I get a bin for each of these because a lot of this will be going back into this closet, and I want to get a few bins to go on each of these shelves. So another thing I like to do before I go to the store is actually measure the shelves. So I measure the width, I measure the height, I measure the depth, and I take those pictures of those measurements with me. So I went to Target with Cecilia and we picked out all these bins. I chose Target because they have so many cute bins. I ended up going for like a clear plastic one, but they also had an end cap with even more. I also love these. They're only $2. I do end up using a ton of these. And I also bought one of these 4 cube organizers to put on the top of the closet. That's the one I actually ended up getting. And then in their bathroom supply, they also have a ton of these other organizers. I did not know these were here, so I just wanted to give you guys a little look at those things, but I did not end up getting them. Here's everything I got from Target. This 4 cube organizer I'm planning on putting up here because there's just so much wasted space up here. And then I got plenty of these to help organize the drawer. I probably got more than what I need, but I can always return what I don't use. And then I'm not positive I'll be using these, but these will go inside this if it works out. I got 6 of these baskets, which are basically 11 by 11, and then got 4 of these bigger baskets. So before I even start putting things into these baskets, I'm just fitting them into the closet space so I can see exactly how they're going to fit in there. And then I'm going to take each of my groups and put them one by one into each of the baskets. This is definitely like the easier part. So as I took everything out, it was already organized. I already cleaned it out. So at this point, it's just organizing them into the baskets, which is the easiest and most satisfying part for me. So I decided to keep my husband's medicine cabinet for his products that he uses on a regular basis. And then all the medicine, we hardly ever use any of this. I'm putting it into this basket, but I'm also trying to group things together. So I have like all of the flu stuff on the left, I have all my pregnancy stuff on the right, and then I'm going to put like our allergy and pain relievers in the middle. So it's still pretty organized in here and easy to get to, but it's not spilling out of this medicine cabinet anymore. So in the long run, I think it's actually easier to get everything out of this basket than it was to go through everything in that medicine cabinet, because you would pull one thing out and 5 other things would fall out with it. This is all of our tiny like little travel supplies, and I really needed to go through all of this. It was so hard to put things together when we went on trips. I do have a little travel bag that's usually stocked with all of our shampoos and everything, and then the rest of the stuff in this basket is kind of extra, but it was not organized at all. It was just kind of thrown in there. So when I went to go try to find like another thing of shampoo to bring with us, I could never find it. So I probably spent more time looking through this basket for things that I needed when we were going on trips than it actually took me to just organize it. So if you have a basket of things like this and you need to organize it, just do it, get it done. In the long run, it's just going to save you so much more time. So the bins I put in this basket were ones I already had, and I just wanted to use them to help organize these little tiny bottles even more. So these bins I actually got from Marshall's. So like Marshall's, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, all those stores are fantastic for discounted organizational supplies. So I definitely recommend going to check those places out too. The memory of you just come running by. Pictures of sunny days with your smile in the bar. I do end up putting labels on each of these baskets at the end that I'll show you how I made, but this one's just for body stuff, and then I'm moving straight on to putting together this 4 cubby shelf system. Luckily, this thing was pretty straightforward to put together. My only challenge was I was not going to be able to fit this through the door if I put it all together first. I had to partially put it together, and then I end up putting half of it in to the closet so that it still fits. I'll show you in a second. And then putting the rest of it together inside the closet. So it was a little bit of a challenge, but it was totally worth it because we ended up getting so much more storage space after I put this in. I was really happy to find this tiny little screwdriver inside my husband's workbench, and that was the only way I would have been able to put this together. I had maybe a couple inches between each of the sides to be able to screw in each of these boards to each other. So we've always kept our overstock on top of this closet, so that is what I decided to put into these cubbies. I also love taking things out of their original packaging and organizing them. So I took all of our razors and put them into here, all the extra ones, and I ended up putting them in that closet too. Forgot to film that part. But now I'm moving on to my husband's cabinet here, and he was so happy to see he was able to easily get to things now, and things weren't falling out on top of him. And then even though this drawer was already pretty organized, I always think a space can be even more organized than it was before. So I'm just trying my best to see how these new bins that I got from Target will fit into these drawers, and getting a feel for the best way to line them all up. And then I just keep working things in, moving things around until I get it to a spot that I am happy with. These are little cord organizers, and I love them so much. I got them off of Amazon. It came in this huge pack, but I'm just using them to wrap these cords nicely and sticking them in this spot. So they have a spot in this drawer now rather than on the counter where they usually were before. I cut my husband's hair, so I am keeping this as the hair cutting supply drawer. And then I did not think I was going to have this much trash. I started just kind of throwing a couple things into the sink that I knew I was going to throw away, and then before I knew it, it was this mountain, so I'm just taking care of it now before moving on to my vanity. So we've always used this drawer for things that we use on a regular basis, and I had gotten these Q-tips in a pack, and the pack fit perfectly horizontal in this drawer, as you can see, and I cannot find an organizer that fits that well. So I have just been reusing that box to restock our Q-tips in. I wanted to leave as much as I could of me just kind of like reorganizing and reworking the space so you can kind of see how I do it. So I sped up the footage as much as I could, but it does take a little bit of time. I'm constantly moving things around until I like them. I never know, like right off the bat, how exactly everything's going to fit in there. That's really hard to be able to kind of like envision or see. So the best thing I've found is just to keep reworking it and trying different ways of putting things until you get it exactly how it's going to work for you.
I'll be there if you reach out to me. Reach out to me.
So the second drawer down is going to be my hair supply now. This used to be on the bottom, and I wanted to bring it up one drawer just because it's that much easier to get to this drawer because I use it a lot more often. I grab like these hair ties and things a lot more often than like my hair dryer and my hair straightener that I put on the bottom earlier.
I'll be there if you reach out to me. Reach out to me.
This drawer is probably my favorite drawer that I've organized out of all of them, and it is for our oral care, so like our toothbrushes and everything. And these little bins that I got from Target are just amazing. I love how cheap they are. They come in either packs of like 3 or 4, and they have like 3 or 4 different sizes. They just make it so easy to organize all of your supplies, and each item has its own spot.
I just don't know if I'll dance with the lights on. If you're gonna be moving on solo, wait a second, cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if you reach out to me. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. Reach out to me.
So the time I'm actually recording this now, it's been a couple days since I organized our bathroom, and it has made it so much easier to put things away because I actually want to make sure they stay in their spot. So like our toothpaste used to be on the counter all the time, but now that it has its own spot in the drawer, I feel like I have to return it to its home every single time. So I am not a huge makeup person, but I'm going to be putting this on our bottom right drawer, and these are all the makeup supplies that I do not use on a regular basis. So on the top left drawer that I did, I had my makeup bag in there that had my makeup that I use on a regular basis. These are all supplies that I might use for like a costume or something like that. It's really, honestly, I could probably toss all this and not miss it. I am not a makeup person at all, but I am organizing just all the lip glosses, all the lipstick. I decided to use these smaller ones for the lip glosses so that they're facing up so I can actually see the colors. And then I put all my eyeshadow into this one that I'm working on right now, and then all my little brushes and things I end up putting in one of those longer bins on the left.
Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more talking to you. Here we go again, staying up all night to see if you've been texting me. Where do we go from here? I wanna go all in. So give me a sign. Give me a sign. Give me a sign. I just wanna let you know.
Moving on to my favorite part now, which is to make labels. I have a Cricut machine, so this thing will actually cut out and draw my labels for me, so everything is perfect. You can also just buy labels from the store, they're super cheap, and then just handwrite them all. I was a little extra and had my machine do it for me so that they are absolutely perfect. But let me know what you guys think of how everything turned out. I'm gonna pan through everything that I organized in this video and then share a few more things with you at the end. Would have never guessed that I would have filled an entire trash bag full of stuff out of our master bathroom. I had no idea it was this cluttered in here. This is also everything that I need to return, and then these were all the baskets and things I was using before that just were not working for me. And I'm planning on getting maybe like a little tray to put here so that I can roll up our towels and then put them right here. I hope this video gave you a ton of motivation. If it did, please hit that thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you're new. I make a ton of decluttering organizing videos. I will link all of them below in a playlist, as well as a little thing that might pop up right here. So I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.